Stop chasing the most crowded job in data. Seriously, if you're only applying to data analyst jobs, you are doing it wrong. Data analyst is one title, it's not the whole field. There are lots of data adjacent roles that people overlook. Some pay more and some are more technical, but most are less competitive because most people never search for them. In this video, I'll break them down and show you how they all fit together. And if you stick around to the end, I'll even give you a bonus job title that technically isn't analytics, but it shows up in data job searches all the time. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I am Tim. I've spent more than a decade working as a data analyst inside Fortune 50 companies. So let's start with the most overlooked job title, Excel Specialist. A surprising number of companies still rely on Excel to run their day-to-day business. An Excel specialist builds and maintains workbooks and often automates repetitive processes using Power Query or VBA. A large part of the job is cleaning data exports and making them usable for reporting. This job is most people's first step into data analytics. You're still solving business problems with data, you're just doing it without leaving your spreadsheet. Education requirements can vary. Some employers want a bachelor's degree in business or analytics. Others care more about your demonstrated skill. Certifications can help, but a strong portfolio examples usually matter more. In the US, Excel specialists typically earn between $62,000 and $98,000 per year. This role is very operationally focused. It's a good fit if you prefer hands-on problem solving and shorter feedback loops. Less ideal if you want to build data pipelines or work heavily in SQL. For many professionals, this is either an entry point into analytics or a long-term niche if they choose to specialize. But if you want to move past operational spreadsheet work, this next role is often your next step. Number 2, reporting specialist or report developer. These two roles are similar enough to each other, but the focus is slightly different. A reporting specialist typically focuses on recurring, standardized reports. You're pulling data on a schedule, formatting, validating numbers, and shipping it out to stakeholders. In this role, you're mainly concerned with accuracy and consistency more than creativity and innovation. A report developer, on the other hand, leans more technical. Here, you're designing and building reporting solutions, not just maintaining them. Depending on the company, that sometimes involves writing SQL, but not always. You could be building report logic and integrating with BI platforms like Power BI or Tableau. Education for both roles often includes a bachelor's degree in business, information systems, finance, or analytics. For report developers, stronger SQL and data modeling skills are usually expected. In the US, reporting specialists typically earn between $70,000 and $119,000 per year, with a median of around $91,000. Report developers generally earn between $88,000 and $144,000 per year, with a median of around $112,000. If you like structured work and measurable deliverables, this is a good career choice. Practical, steady, and in many companies, it's the backbone of the analytics functions. Building reports is great, but when the queries slow down and the database starts struggling, somebody else needs to get involved. Number 3, SQL Support Specialist. A SQL Support Specialist focuses on making sure queries work as efficiently as possible. This role is less about exploratory analysis and more about stability and troubleshooting. You'll be monitoring query performance, resolving user tickets, optimizing slow reports, and making sure one bad query doesn't bring the entire database grinding to a halt. Education requirements typically include a bachelor's degree in information technology, database management, or some related field. Certifications in SQL Server, Oracle, or other database platforms can help. Strong knowledge of database indexing, performance tuning, and structure are expected. In the United States, SQL Support Specialists generally earn between $67,000 and $109,000 per year, with a median salary of around $85,000 per year. If you prefer problem solving at the technical level and don't feel the need to be in stakeholder meetings all day, this is a solid adjacent path. It's technical, stable, and often overlooked. Up to this point, we've been focused on tools. Now we'll start looking at the decisions. Number 4, business intelligence analyst. On a typical day, a business intelligence analyst is querying data, analyzing trends, building reports, and presenting findings to stakeholders. The emphasis isn't just on building dashboards, it's on explaining what the numbers mean and what should happen next. This role differs from tool-specific developers because the focus is on interpretation rather than infrastructure. For example, a BI developer might build the pipeline, but a BI analyst is asking, okay, what is this telling us and why does it matter? Education is usually a bachelor's degree in business, statistics, computer science, or economics. Strong SQL skills are expected. Business context here matters just as much as technical ability. In the US, Business intelligence analysts typically earn between $93,000 and $140,000 per year, with a median salary of around $116,000. You like connecting metrics to strategy? This is a natural extension of a data analyst role. You're still working with dashboards and reports, but you're expected to provide interpretation, not just the output. So far, we've talked about internal analytics. The next role works outside the company. Number 5, Search Engine Optimization, or SEO Specialist. This one surprises people because it doesn't sound like analytics at first. A search engine optimization specialist focuses on a combination of data and digital marketing. The core responsibility is improving search visibility on the internet. That means analyzing keyword trends, monitoring traffic patterns, auditing website structure, and adjusting content or technical elements to improve rankings. Unlike most internal analytics roles, SEO is external facing. You're measuring performance against search engine algorithms and competitor activity. The data is still central, but the feedback loop is very public and constantly shifting. Education requirements are the most flexible of any career on this list. A bachelor's degree in marketing, communication, or business can help, but many professionals enter through certifications or hands-on experience. Strong familiarity with tools like Google Analytics, Search Console, and keyword platforms are expected. In the United States, SEO specialists typically earn between $65,000 and $114,000 per year, with a median salary of around $86,000 per year. SEO focuses on one channel, but when insights start coming from everywhere, this next role is often the one to connect them. Number 6, Insights Coordinator. An Insights Coordinator is less about running SQL queries yourself and more about coordinating insights across teams. You're reviewing project briefs, organizing research efforts, tracking deliverables, and making sure findings actually get packaged and distributed to decision makers. In many organizations, especially the larger ones, insights don't come from one person. They combine surveys, marketing data, product analytics, third-party vendors, and internal analysts. The Insights Coordinator helps pull that together into something usable. A bachelor's degree in business, marketing, or analytics is common, but experience can carry significant weight. Project management skills are also a big plus. In the United States, this role ranges widely from $79,000 to $144,000 per year, with a median of around $105,000. This gap reflects how differently some companies define the role, so your mileage may vary. Compared to a business intelligence analyst, this position is more collaborative and less technical. You're not deep in the database every day, you're making sure insights are aligned, validated, and delivered. Number 7, Data Visualization Specialist. Next, we have the Data Visualization Specialist. They focus on how data is presented, not just what it says. This role centers on building clear and effective charts, dashboards, and visual narratives. You're transforming raw data into visuals that executives, managers, or clients can understand quickly. That means designing dashboards in Tableau or Power BI, building custom visuals, or refining layouts so the story is crystal clear. Unlike a BI developer, you're not primarily building data pipelines, and unlike a pure analyst, you're not spending most of your time exploring data for new insights. This role is about clarity, usability, and storytelling. Education typically includes a bachelor's degree in statistics, computer science, analytics, or sometimes even graphic design. A strong portfolio matters here. Employers want to see that you can make complex information readable without oversimplifying it. In the United States, data visualization specialists generally earn between $80,000 and $130,000 per year, with a median salary of around $103,000. This role would be a good fit for you if you care about presentation quality and user experience. If you're thinking more about layout, color, hierarchy, and interaction. Less about heavy modeling and more about understanding the psychology of how people communicate. In many organizations, this becomes a specialization within analytics. You're still data adjacent, but your value is in making the final output usable. Once the story is clear, the next question is simple. Are we profitable? Number 8, Revenue Analyst. A revenue analyst focuses on one thing, how the company makes money. This role centers on revenue modeling, forecasting, variance analysis, and pricing performance. You're analyzing trends in sales, margins, and customer behavior to understand what's really driving the revenue up or down. In some industries, that includes scenario modeling and projection tied directly to the P&L impact. Unlike a general BI analyst, your scope is narrower but deeper. You're just analyzing revenue, not all the other stuff. That means you need to understand pricing structures, seasonality, discounting, and financial reporting. Education usually includes a bachelor's degree in finance, economics, accounting, or some related field. In the US, revenue analysts typically earn between $72,000 and $111,000 per year, with a median salary of around $89,000. This role is a good fit if you prefer clear business accountability because the work ties directly to financial outcomes. Less about dashboard aesthetics and more about whether the company is hitting its numbers. For data analysts who enjoy the business side of analytics, especially forecasting and financial metrics, this is a logical specialization. Number 9, Tableau or Power BI report developers, or BI developers. These three roles are a more technical version of the data visualization specialist. A Tableau developer focuses specifically on building dashboards and visuals inside Tableau. The work includes data extraction, performance tuning, and designing interactive reports that business users rely on. This role is tool-specific because you are deep within Tableau's ecosystem. In the US, Tableau developers typically earn between $88,000 and $148,000 per year, with a median salary of around $114,000. Similarly, Power BI developer operates within the Microsoft tech stack. You are building reports, writing DAX functions, integrating with SQL Server or Azure, and deploying solutions across enterprise environments. There's usually more exposure to the broader Microsoft ecosystem. Power BI developers generally earn between $105,000 and $166,000 per year, with a median of around $132,000 per year. A BI developer is broader. This role goes beyond a single visualization tool, and sometimes you're working across multiple BI platforms. It's more full stack from a business intelligence perspective. BI developers typically earn between $107,000 and $162,000 per year, with a median salary of around $131,000. Compared to a business intelligence analyst, these roles are more technical and less interpretive. You're focused on building and maintaining the systems that analysts and stakeholders use. If you enjoy a balance of visual design and structured problem solving and working closer to data infrastructure, these paths make sense. They require stronger SQL and often programming experience, but they also tend to command higher salaries because of that technical depth. Our final role looks at the foundation that all of these reports and dashboards are built on top of. Number 10, data modeler. A data modeler focuses on structure before the analysis ever happens. This role is responsible for designing how data is organized inside databases and warehouses. This includes defining tables, relationships, primary and secondary keys, normalization rules, and documentation standards. Unlike analysts or report developers, a data modeler isn't primarily answering business questions. They're building a foundation that allows those questions to be answered accurately. Education typically includes a bachelor's degree in computer science, information systems, or even applied mathematics. Strong understanding of database design principles, ER diagrams, and data warehousing concepts is expected. SQL is assumed. Knowledge of modeling tools is common. In the US, data modelers generally earn between $87,000 and $153,000 per year, with a median salary of around $115,000. This role is very technical. It's closer to data engineering than business analytics. But if you're an analyst that gets frustrated by messy datasets, data modeling could be a natural progression. Finally, we have an honorable mention: business analyst. A business analyst is typically an IT-facing role, not a pure analytics role. That said, some companies use the title business analysts for roles that are heavily data-driven. You'll still see SQL reporting and dashboard work in certain versions of the job because the title is somewhat inconsistent across organizations. Officially, a business analyst focuses on gathering requirements, mapping processes, and translating business needs into technical specifications. You're interviewing stakeholders, documenting workflows, and helping guide system implementations. In the US, business analysts generally earn between $83,000 and $136,000 per year. If you enjoy stakeholder interaction and process improvement more than hands-on data work, this is a good adjacent role to analytics. Just understand that in many companies, it's closer to IT project work than data analysis. There are a lot more jobs in data than most people realize. The biggest mistake I see is people locking themselves into one title and ignoring everything around it. The skills overlap, the workflows overlap, the pay often overlaps. The titles just change. If you found this helpful, share it with a friend who's looking for a new data job. It helps more than you think. And if you're serious about building a career in data, don't just search for one job. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.